Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Third Down Thursdays. You can already tell. Well, first of all, secondly, you guys can already see that MJ unfortunately is not with us today. However, we have the amazing, exuberant, shockingly handsome.
Shockingly? What's that supposed to mean?
Jackson Groves joining us this evening. Jackson, I don't know where we were going with that. My apologies. But, buddy, Happy New Year. What's going on? How are you, good sir?
Not much. Had a couple of nice holidays. Had Hanukkah with my dad's side of the family when I first got back from school. Then had Christmas, obviously, a few days ago. Got some fun times with the family. Got some pretty nice gifts, including this right here.
Oh,
Mr.
Hey, he went off.
With 2 1s in his name.
42.
Oh, yeah, it was
yeah,
insane,
we'll talk. We're going to get to that. We'll get to that. But no, it's cool, man. Like, so what else? Yeah. So what was the other? Did you get, is that a new hat too?
Yes. We were going shopping for my cousin for Hanukkah, and we got him a Bucks hat because he's a Milwaukee guy and all that kind of stuff. And so it was buy one, get one half off. So my brother got me this, even though it's a Raptors hat. I thought it just kind of looked cool.
So I'll be honest with you, man. That's a throwback type hat. I mean, that was like back when, like, they first came out and all that too. So that was that's pretty solid though. I like it. Yeah. That's like the Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady days right there.
Yep. Hakeem Olajuwon on the Raptors.
Oh my! Okay, stop. Stop. We'll pretend like that didn't happen. You guys didn't hear that. All right. And anyways. Well, that's awesome. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So what'd you get Dad for Hanukkah?
Well, unfortunately, my dad passed away a few years ago, but we still celebrate it with the family. I know, but happy note, but no, we still celebrate with his side of the family and all that kind of stuff. So
that's a great way to start.
No, it's all good. You're good, man. You're good. But no, it was a good Hanukkah and all that kind of stuff.
Nice, man. So, well, that's awesome. Happy Hanukkah to Pops. Merry Christmas to my mom. Love you, Mom.
Yep.
No, that's good stuff though. Well, all right. So mom's still around, then I take it.
Yes, Mom is still around. Thank you.
Okay, fair. So how's Mom? Like, what'd you get Mom?
We got my mom a Nikon like D3400 camera.
Whoa.
I got her a sign for her garden. Like, we have a big ass like garden in our backyard that takes like a third of the yard. All that kind of stuff. I got a few other smaller things. My brother got her like a Harry Potter cookbook or whatever. So
so it's funny about the Harry Potter cookbook is my wife actually has the Harry Potter cookbook.
That's
I'm
insane.
Not even kidding. And like, we've looked, there's actually like a few things in there that are pretty decent. We haven't gone through all of it. We're not sitting there like being like fucking Hogwarts and shit, being like, but it's not bad. It's not bad. But no, it's really cool. Anything else? Anything else?
Not that can come to direct memory right now. But obviously the camera was the big thing.
Oh, fair. That's actually really cool though, man. I love it. Yeah. I love it. So, well, that's awesome. Anything? So, what else is new with you though?
Not much really. I mean, I just wrote a preview article and I recapped the Marquette men's game against Seton Hall.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you. They were a part of my like four-legger and
hey, if you ever need help with your degenerate bets for Marquette, let me know.
Oh, believe me, the thought of you came across my mind when I was making my bets with Marquette. So I was like, you know what, Seton Hall's not very good, but they scared me a little. Okay, whoa. I have a comment, but I don't want to like go completely inappropriate. But anyway. So okay. So as you were saying, I'll preview and recap article. You said.
Yep, for Marquette Wire. So that was fun, and just talking about the bets and everything. I had someone else reach out to me. It's like, hey, what should I do? Over under? I'm like, it was like over for 135.5 or like under 146. I'm like, hit the over all the time with Marquette.
So,
like,
are you allowed to even give that advice out? By the way,
that's a great question. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Like, I cover the team. Like, I'm not part of Marquette. I'm not part of Marquette. It's friendly advice.
Hold on. Disclaimer, y'all. Disclaimer. He does not cover the team, and he's not giving out bet advice to anybody. He's giving out.
Only one half of that is true. I cover the team. That's it.
No, damn it, Jackson. He's giving out pickle advice. How many pickles people should possibly put into the? Oh, I don't
exactly.
I don't know why pickles. I don't know why pickles was the first thing that came to my mind either. It's kind of fucked up. But anyway, that's awesome, man. That's great. We look forward to your article about the Chicago Bears too coming up. For Third Down 30. He's like, yep, still haven't started it.
Hey, there's still 2 weeks left of the season. I got time.
That's fair. So he has a great recap article that we are looking forward to on Third Down Thursday. So Jackson, as always, it's great to have you on. It's great to have you, jump in, take the tag from MJ off the top rope. So good shit, man. Good shit. But yeah, man. So what else is going on? Nothing really much is going on with me. We had another ultrasound for the baby. Had the baby. Make sure everything's all good. Like, saw her face. Oh my god. Like it's not the weirdest, but it's like one of those situations where, you can't. I still can't process it, to be honest with you. The best way to put it, like, I can't process the thought of me helping another human being grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give my wife like so much props and credit, whatever. I love her, and like any woman that is out there like that has birthed a child, God bless you. Because any man out there that has helped out with the birthing of said child, God bless you too. Because, man, let me tell you something. Some of those hormones that oh man, I'm gonna get so many people pissed off at that comment. But no, in all seriousness, God bless. But the fact, to go back to my original point though, the thought of me helping grow another human being into this world and help with like the structural like integrity and the being of that person is like, it's very surreal, and it became all that more real, I guess, when I saw the ultrasound picture, because like it was like a perfect, like you could see her nose, you could see her mouth, and like dude, it kind of blew me away, because like development, like 21 weeks, she's already like developed so much. And hi, sweetie. And this is my the furry daughter. But man, let me tell you, dude, like it's surreal, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Aside from that, man, I guess the other big news is we got the blue check mark today.
Let's go.
Right, we got the blue check mark today, so that's a big deal, man. Like it was funny too, because we actually applied for it. I got called out too by a person that has a lot more followers than us. But I've known him for a long time, and I've actually partied at his house. So dickhead had to call me out on it. Yeah, he called me a dickhead. But no, seriously though, we ended up what we ended up doing was we applied for it a while back ago.
Right.
And before it was like $7, $7.99 or something like that, and it's $11, and like we were just sitting, and it was sitting and processing. And then I remember I tried doing it again, and it said like what did it say? It gave me a comment saying like, you've already subscribed to this, and I was like, subscribed? What? And then lo and behold, whatever. In any case though, In any case, we have the blue check mark now, so we have that. We're a verified account. The next step though for us is to get that gold check mark because we are an official LLC at Third Down Thursdays. We have a website, we have writers, we have a sponsor, we have people. We're fucking going places, baby. So
yeah, come on, Twitter.
Hey,
Elon, you got some better things. You can put some other stuff off to the side, like continuing to screw up the platform. Give us the gold check.
Yeah, give us the gold check. Why not? ThirdDownThursdays.com. Visit it. We got some great articles. Yours truly wrote another article about great trades. By the way, professional transition.
That's
yours right. That wasn't bad. I didn't even go to school for this shit. Yours truly wrote a Chicago edition of New Year's Eve resolutions. Or New Year's resolutions. And in that, we talked about all things Chicago. And Jackson, like, since you're a Chicago sports fan,
yes,
it's kind of and there's that word. I use that word in my article for whatever reason. I use laissez-faire in our pregame chat, and now I'm about to say apropos. It's very apropos that you are on the show this evening talking about Chicago sports, my guy. So that being said, the Chicago Bulls. We're going to start with them, my guy.
Yes. Good job, Zach. Good job, Zach.
Oh, I love it. I think that was the one that I had on there, too.
It only gets worse from here.
It only gets worse. Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
I should have moved the new year over so that way it wasn't like you get hidden by the. Anyway, sorry. It's me nitpicking at my own stuff. But as I was saying, Chicago Bulls. All right. So in my article, I talked about how last basketball season. That's probably the best way to put it because it runs into the 2022 calendar year. Last basketball season, Chicago Bulls 21 started off fucking amazing.
Yep.
Hot team. Everyone they signed Lonzo Ball. They got DeMar DeRozan. They said DeMar DeRozan. Like I remember Bleacher Report and I don't think it was The Athletic. I think it was ESPN that was calling DeMar DeRozan
the worst signing of the free agency period.
Worst signing of the free agency period. It also shows you the some of the analysts' thoughts on or abilities to analyze talent. But I ain't going there. Because technically, I guess now we are a part of that same area of expertise, right? Anyway. Great sign. Started off really, really well. They completely shit the bed. After that, as soon as Lonzo Ball went out, I talked about some of the weaknesses that was a part of their lineup. After that, role players were more specifically Alex Caruso was stepped into the starting lineup. Other players were taking on tasks that they shouldn't have been a part of, and they decided for the 2022-2023 campaign to go under the moniker, and we saw this with the Chicago Bears previously. Of continuity is the thing to have. Didn't go after any kind of shooters, didn't do anything like that. Decided that Lonzo Ball's knee is perfectly fine. He'll be ready for the season. Everything's good to go. And my resolution for the Chicago Bulls, Jackson, blow it all up, lose weight, trim the fat, get rid of everything while you can, restart it because I'm sorry. Zach LaVine, yes, he's got a max contract, but he's not a max player. He doesn't have. There was a great thing I heard the other day on the radio. He is not a dog. He does not have that dog mentality in him. I think DeMar DeRozan has that dog mentality in him.
Yeah.
However, unfortunately, he's on the back nine of his career. I want a guy like Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell has that dog in him.
Yeah.
He angry as shit, just wants to fucking win, doesn't care what he has to do, wants to fucking win. You don't hear Cleveland locker room bitching and complaining and whining and getting all upset at him because of the things he does. No.
Well, and you also got to think that Cavs roster is so much better built than the Bulls right now. I mean, you have an excellent three-point shooter in Darius Garland. I can't remember who their starting small forward is, but he's probably pretty solid. I don't know if it's Chetty Osman or whatever, but
is it Osman?
I don't think it is, but still a serviceable small forward. And then you got Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen down low. You got Kevin Jarrett Love, who's a great sixth man off their bench. Like, that team is just so much better constructed to win with a guy like Donovan Mitchell right now.
That was good. Whoever said that was good. All right, so let's go. Like, what do you think, man? Like, what are your thoughts on the Bulls on the 2022 calendar year?
I'm gonna have to disagree. I don't think they should blow it up. I mean, it's weird. Last year, I saw a stat. I think they were like 24-7 versus teams under 500, cleaning up the mess of the bottom of the NBA, but couldn't beat anybody good. They were like 1-11 or some horrible record. This year, against the Nets, Heat, Celtics, and Bucks, they're 7-1.
True.
This season. The problem is that they're 3-8 against teams under 500, including a 20-point blowout loss a few days ago to the Houston Rockets, but then they follow it up with an 11-point comeback against the Bucks in the last 2 minutes, which went in overtime.
Grayson Allen,
insane game.
I'll let you finish, but I'm going to talk about that game too, by the way.
Yeah. Go ahead. But I did the stat and math, which is weird for a journalism major, but if you flip the record around against teams under 500.
Are you sure it's correct math?
Yes, I double and triple checked. But if they went 8-3 against teams under 500, they would be the 6th seed right now, half game out of 5th and a game and a half out of 4th behind the Cleveland Cavaliers, who they play on New Year's Eve. So honestly, it's got to be retooled at some point. Maybe you trade away Vucevic. He's on an expiring deal. I think it's really just going to come down to the trade deadline. If they're in a 8, 9, 10 spot, they'll probably retool. But if they're 11 or 12, they'll probably decide to blow it up with trading away Vucevic and DeRozan.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So to go back to the conversation about last night's 11-point comeback, which, to be honest with you, it was hilarious because my wife got into the degenerate betting. And she bet that the Bulls would lose that game.
No.
And she ended up like she saw that she lost and she was like pissed off about it. But let me tell you something though. That dunk that Ayo Dosunmu had on after the steal. Who was it? DeRozan had that steal, right?
DeRozan had the steal.
And then he made that he made the save to Ayo going, dude, when he dunked that, you know what that totally like flashed me back to?
What's that?
The dunk that Joakim, and this is completely different like levels of intensity. I get it, but it flashed me back to the Joakim Noah dunk against nice. But it totally brought me back to the Joakim Noah dunk against the Boston Celtics back in 2009. I want to say
2008. That was D Rose's rookie year.
Yes, it was because that was because it went 7 games. Correct. I remember that. And he broke the record for most points at that time by a rookie in his debut. It's good call. But hold on. Trades.
No.
I wouldn't.
No. It wouldn't work for the Hornets to have 2 defensive deficient guards in LaMelo and Zach. Right. And the Pistons, you're still in the rebuilding phase. You're not going to trade a first-round pick for a guy who at best is a second or third option on a championship team.
Agree. But, okay, so let me get back to what I wanted to talk about for that game. Amazing comeback. Great win. Loved it. Grayson Allen's bitch ass.
Oh.
All right, so I don't know if you saw it on Twitter today, but and other social media platforms more predominant than Third Down Thursdays. Follow it if you don't. But a lot of them were retweeting the video and the sound clip of Stacey King saying like he would take a 1-2, or I can't remember the exact quote.
Someone should give him a 2-piece with an orange Fanta.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you right now. Hell yeah, Stacey King. I love that.
Yes.
Like 100% accurate. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm gonna be a total meathead right now. And like, I would love to go back to the time when like you saw like Charles Oakley back in the early to mid 90s that would like come out and fucking set a hard ass screen. All right, dude. You want to make a flop on a screen? Get screened by Charles Oakley, dude. Yeah. I want to see a guy like the size of Zion Williamson come at your bitch ass and freaking like set a screen on you. I can't stand him. I didn't like him at Duke either. Like I get he might be. Some people would argue with me saying that he might be the type of guy that I would like if he was on my team. No. I'm sorry.
No,
I think he's a complete fucking douche. Like, can't stand him.
Yeah, and I mean, there was a poll. There's like obviously Twitter communities and stuff like that, and someone put in a poll of like, who would you want to like get in a fight like with Grayson Allen? And like there was one option that I didn't really think about that I really wanted to rock his shit, and that would be Javonte Green. I would love if Javonte Green would rock Grayson Allen shit.
Or like, dude, I'll even say Draymond Green.
Like, or if you want to go like at least on the Bulls, Andre Drummond.
Oh, fair. You want to stay with the Andre Drummond? I think, dude, that's a scary motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
That's a big dude. Grayson. Oh, this man. Oh!
Agreed. Agreed. Thank you, Michael.
Bringing Shaquille O'Neal into Celtics icon Javonte Green. What's up, Jack?
Thank you, Jack. Thank you for him. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's great.
Hope Lou Cornett is killing it for y'all.
Yeah. But awesome. No, but so that honestly, that's what I kind of like. You know, Zach, our producer, who jumps on every once in a while, is doing a great job with like some of the the work behind the scenes. He was a huge advocate 3 weeks ago to a month ago. Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, about having the patience and like letting it like sit and like whatever. And currently, right now, even you are even like kind of like Bruce, have patience, like whatever. Honestly. I'm at that point though in my life where I've seen Luol Deng get extended because of patience. I've seen let's see, like just complete love. Andres Nocioni get like a second like short-term contract. I've seen guys that are hustle guys that are just like great role players or on that cusp of like all-star role players type that get extensions and get whatever. I'm tired of that shit. I want to see all-star. I want to see like superstar caliber players get extensions. I'm tired of like Zach LaVine. So Zach LaVine, yes, he's gonna be a perennial. He's gonna be an all-star, continuous all-star. He's not a superstar. He's not a superstar. And DeMar DeRozan, I'm sorry, like all-star, having career years as a 33, 34-year-old player. Awesome player, awesome mid-range game, plays basketball very, very well at a high level. Again, all-star level player, not a superstar. Vucevic lost that trade, in my opinion. In my opinion,
I lean towards agreeing with you on that. It just depends on what this first-round pick turns into, because it's not going to be top 4.
But it's only protected if it's top 4. Exactly.
So I mean, and the Bulls are probably going to be middling around 500. So that's going to be what, a 15 to 20,
15, right? Potentially.
So I'm okay sitting out on Franz Wagner and Wendell Carter, and you don't get DeRozan if you don't get Vucevic.
Okay,
it's gonna be interesting though. It's like it's very top heavy. Obviously, with Wembanyama coming. But it's deeper than I originally thought. Like that 15 to 20 range might be a sweet spot if a team knows what they're doing.
Yeah, but guess what? Doesn't fucking matter.
And as a team that perennially picks in the 20s and gets good players out of it, if you know what you're doing, you can find players anywhere. You just have to actually do it.
Right.
So it's more, what do you do with the pick? Then what do you got to pick in the 15s? Whatever. It's not about that. It's just how do you use it and how does it fit your team.
So just real quick, Zach, before you go jump back, so that is that how you celebrate?
Yeah, it depends.
Zach when he sees Russell Wilson on the field.
That's anytime we get a close up of Nathaniel Hackett. We got a Packers coach, cool.
We gotta go. Hey, Broncos country, let's ride.
Hey, we're riding the Jerry Rosburg train right now. I'm telling you right now. I've never been more convinced a 75-year-old to be a long-term head coach than I am with Jerry Rosburg right now.
Holy shit. All right. That being said, let's switch to another team who had an old-ass coach, the Chicago White Sox.
Yes.
Hey, that's pretty good. I was going to say, I thought that was like, at first I looked at it for whatever reason. I thought it said ho, but I was like, wait, what? Whoa! But no, the Chicago Whoa
spicy.
Sox. Right? No, so I don't know, man. The Chicago Whoa Sox definition of mediocre this year. I was riding that train. This is gonna sound so bad. I was riding the train of talking shit so much about that signing of Tony La Russa as their manager, and I'm not gonna lie. There was a slight part of me that actually felt bad for some of my White Sox friends about it. But you know what? Now that like I'm hearing some of the shit that they say to me, specifically Jeff, I'm calling you out. Fuck you. Hilarious to see the fact that the White Sox are obviously you don't want Tony La Russa, TLR, excuse me, to go in the way that he went because of health concerns, because you want him to be healthy, you want him okay. But why would you hire a 70 to 73 year old manager at that time frame? I'm sorry, it was brutal. But more specifically, what is going on the guys on the field? They could not stay healthy for the life of them. Yep. Yohan Moncada missed a shit ton of games. You had man. Jeez. But Bruce, he's a big legend. Right. So no, you know what it was? It was Reinsdorf was kicking himself, being like, "Yeah, this team's good enough. We don't need a manager. Managers don't mean anything.
Could put a babysitter out there. We'll be fine."
Right. Exactly. Nope. Yeah, but like you saw Anderson out sometimes. You saw Eloy out. But he actually had a somewhat decent year if you look at like stats and numbers. Like he was probably their best player.
Which is weird to think about.
Yeah, the pitching was awesome too. Name escapes me right now. Fuck, what's the
Giolito?
Thank you. Giolito was awesome. Their whole rotation wasn't bad. It was just the actual guys that played every day could not stay healthy. So like my New Year's resolution for the Chicago White Sox, Jackson, was to have a workout routine that helps you stay healthy and on the field. That's it. Because they're going to be competing. They should be competing for the AL Central. They should be competing for the AL freaking pennant. They should be. They should be. I'm sorry. They should be.
Well, it should be interesting with the couple of new guys that they signed. Mike Clevenger. We forgot about Dylan Cease, of course.
Of course.
My brain hurts every time I say his name out loud.
I know. I actually didn't even want to say it.
Yeah, but I don't blame you. Yeah, it was just a tough go for Chicago baseball as a whole, but obviously the White Sox. And you're right, they should be competing for the AL Central, because what do you got? The Twins just lost Carlos Correa. Yep. The Royals are going to probably end up trading Salvador Perez at the trade deadline, so the Royals are a full tank. And then the Tigers, I don't know what they're going to be. They could either be really bad or probably mediocre.
Right.
And then it's just you and the Guardians at this point, which the Guardians got better because they got Josh Bell. So,
yeah.
And I like the Benintendi signing, but it's also sad that that's the biggest free agent signing in your team's history.
What was it, 5 for 75?
Yeah, 5 or 6 for 75, something like that.
Something like that. I just, that boggles my mind. And this goes back to my comment. And I think I talked to you about this last.
Yeah.
Third largest fucking baseball market. Third largest, guys. And that's your, I don't know. I don't get it. But you know what helps though? For when you make deals, you always have to have insurance. And I figured it'd be a great time as any for us to give a shout out real quick to our great sponsor, over at
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
So real quick shout out to Building Block Insurance Group. Thank you guys so much for giving us the opportunity for you guys as a sponsor. When you guys call them, make sure you call Jeff Wertepney at Building Block Insurance, Jeff at mybbig.com. That's obviously his email. If you're going to give him a call, 704-464-4544, and tell him Third Down Thursday sent you and say, what up? Maybe not like that, but just, you know.
You're going to give Stacey King a run for his money soon.
Oh, what, the high pitch? What up?
Or just the whole insurance bit. You got to.
Oh, yeah, but like his is better, though. Like he's got like I don't have a, you know what? Maybe I'll get like a little moniker with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
figure something out.
Whistling, you know, the creative mind goes better when we got the juices flowing.
We got the special juice flowing. I love it.
Special juice flowing. You know what? There's special juice flowing down up on the north side. Let's talk about that fucking team. All right. Yes. Shy kick. Well played. So the team up on the north side. So I talked about that team. Super disappointing. Well, not okay. So the actual calendar.
At the time.
Calendar. All right. So let me backtrack though.
Mm-hmm.
The 2022 calendar year for the Chicago Cubs, you got what you thought it was going to be. It wasn't going to be anything special. It wasn't going to be anything glamorous. I'll be honest with you. I only went to one Chicago Cubs game. And it was the opener this year. And I usually go to multiple because I want to see them play. But I'll be honest with you, I wasn't about to see the Ian Happ, Wilson Contreras goodbye tour, crying and hugging teammates, saying bye, and won't trade him. Didn't trade him at the deadline and didn't get anything for them. Just let him go to your rival. Ian Happ is still with the Cubs, however.
Yep.
But I think in the 2022 calendar year, I think that was a big whoopsie doodle by the Cubs administration not trading either one of those guys. Maybe not Ian Happ because you had him still under contract. But if you weren't going to sign Wilson Contreras, what was the reason? Nice. What was the reason for you to keep him on your team through the trade deadline?
Yeah, that's a question Cubs fans are going to be asking themselves for the next 5 years.
Yep. Yeah, and the worst part about it is he gave you a big fuck you by signing to St. Louis.
Yeah, and replacing an all-time great catcher in Yadier Molina. So
and somehow the St. Louis Cardinals thought it was a better idea for them to go to Wilson Contreras and say, hey, we like you. And you know what? We don't give a shit if you're emotional. We don't give a shit if you show passion. We don't give a shit if you decide to blow up at somebody because they're not running 90 feet. We want that a part of our team. We want that intensity. We want that passion. We want that commitment to excellence. You know why? Because that's what St. Louis does. They don't have an owner that's investing around St. Louis's stadium and saying like, oh, I want real estate. No, I don't, dude. I'm totally like, whatever, dude. I don't give a shit. I'm so tired of this. They're not another team that's investing in Marquee Network. Fuck Marquee Network. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, I'm going off. I didn't want to go off. I didn't.
It's hard because out of like every team, especially for the both of us, is the team we probably care about the most. But year after year, yeah, and I mean all that kind of stuff. It's just it's so disappointing when they don't act. Like, they just seem like a lot of Chicago sports teams, especially the Cubs. They're either risk averse, where they don't feel like, or they just feel like they lay down and die.
Yeah.
Like,
get used to it.
It's just like they don't have that fight in them for whatever reason. Like, it's been a long time since I think any other teams around any league has feared a Chicago team.
For a consistent period of time, correct.
Yeah. I mean, everyone feared the Bears in 2018, but after that, it was 8-8, 8-8, and what, 5-11, 6-10?
Do you know what Chicago teams are, dude?
What's that?
They're the premature ejaculations of any professional football area or professional team.
Time out. Time out.
That's what they are.
Time out.
You're out.
You're out. You're out.
Because at the end of the fucking day, these motherfuckers will like do amazing like out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, this is so great." Oh, that's it. Shit.
Yeah.
There's no build up. There's no like, "Whoops, my bad." It's just done. It's over with. That's what they do, and it's so pathetic. It's sad. It's pathetic. It's disappointing, and I categorize the Chicago Cubs with what they're doing and what they put on the actual field as that. Okay, now I'll steer the train back on the tracks with this. All right, you got Dansby Swanson. All right. I hope that wasn't and I described it earlier as the Carlos Boozer signing of this, like, of the Major League Baseball for this year for a Chicago team. Because that was the LeBron James year.
Right.
Also, you signed Talon.
Taillon. Jameson Taillon.
Thank you. The pitcher from the Yankees who actually had a great year last year.
Yes.
And it was his best year. But you don't. Hopefully he repeats it. And then you also signed Cody Bellinger to a former MVP at a low risk,
high reward.
Thank you.
Sorry, will work good.
So much going on here. Big ass head, a lot of like emptiness. But to go, so it's you're taking a risk on a guy who had a 1 year like that did awesome 1 year. Stroman did awesome 1 year for the Mets, and all of a sudden, like, he's not a 1, he's not a 2, like he's a 3-4 type pitcher on a good quality staff, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could kind of see that.
People can get pissed off at me. A lot smarter baseball people can say something and tell me that I'm a fucking idiot. I'm cool with it, but I'm gonna keep with my opinion. So it's just disappointing. So the resolution for the Chicago Cubs in 2023, they are that version of someone who has a project that they wanted to build for so many years. They're like, you know what? I'm going to get to it. You know what? I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to it. And this is the year that they finally decide, hey, you know what? You remember that project that I wanted to get to, honey? I'm going to do it this year. That's my New Year's resolution. So finish building what you want to fucking build and remember where you came from.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to go slightly to terrible pun here, build on that. But apparently, I don't know how this started going, but trade for Rafael Devers. Just go and do it. Wow. Finish the infield, platoon Wisdom and Mervis between DH and first base. Finish the infield and compete with the Cardinals like you're supposed to.
There's no reason why they can't.
Exactly. They have because of all those trades of Chris Bryant, which W trade, Javier Baez, W trade.
Agree.
Anthony Rizzo, minor W trade.
You're right. It's more. Yeah, I agree.
Because Bryant sucked in Colorado and wasn't great with the Giants. Javi was okay with the Mets, but sucked with Detroit.
Wait,
what?
He was injured.
Brian didn't suck in Colorado. He was just hurt.
He's been hurt.
Plus, we didn't do
That's
that.
true.
So that was the Giants. We just overpaid for it.
True.
Yeah.
Zach had to jump in there because it was a Colorado thing.
I
So
forgot.
The Rockies may suck, but I'll stand by them any
day. And that hurts me to say because I love Chris Bryant. He's easily one of my favorite Cubs of all time. But anyway.
Side note. I actually had a badass starter jacket from when the Rockies were a expansion team back in like 95, 93.
3 was their first year. 93.
93. Yeah. If you heard me before you jumped in, I said 93. I said 95 or 93. I couldn't remember. It was the odd year. Anyway.
I did. I was just making sure we were clear.
All right. I still love you. Thank you. Go ahead, Jackson.
Yeah, but anyway, so they can have a ton of prospects that they've taken, like they've gotten themselves, they've traded for. There's no reason. The Red Sox are in fire sale mode. Just take advantage of it. Take advantage of the opportunity and have an infield of Patrick Wisdom, Nico Horner, Dansby Swanson, and Rafael Devers. There's no reason.
So I had this really weird thought just then when you were talking about the Cubs and trade scenarios right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Jed Hoyer hasn't been quick to sign or to trade for a big target type thing because they had to build their farm system with, said players, Bryant, tradeaways is what I'm saying. You know, Bryant,
Mm-hmm.
Rizzo, Baez, whatever. They have who do they have in their system? Crow Armstrong. They have
Brennan Davis.
They have who's the other pitcher?
I keep mixing him up with Dylan Maples.
No. Anyway, but you know what I'm talking about. If I would have done more research on this, I would actually fucking known before the show. But anyway, I digress.
Who's got time for that?
Yeah, right. But 40 hours a week job, whatever. Anyway, let's not act like I do much. But what I was thinking though was, so one of the things, so Jed Hoyer didn't want to make a big splash in the Correa signing or Xander Bogaerts signing or whatever. They got Dansby Swanson. So backtrack. And then there was news about how, and I got fucking pissed about this, about how the Cubs didn't make an offer sheet to Correa.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there was a reason for that.
Yeah, it's been insane because it's not even like the back where most people are thinking. Apparently, he had a plate inserted in his leg in the minors, and he took a pitch with the Twins last year, and he was like, "Oh crap." It ended up being fine, but like he thought he was done.
Mm-hmm.
The pitcher we were thinking of, Caleb Killian.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm checking on my degenerate bet right now.
Okay.
Anyway, I gotta sometimes. So now I'll express the patience thing to what you and Zach so elegantly always yell at me about, and have a little bit of patience shown for the Chicago Cubs just because of the sheer fact that Hoyer didn't make an abrupt be like, I'm gonna get Correa now because of this, that, and the other. Apparently he still has his back channels and has done his homework, because those deep conversations, according to multiple news outlets that they had with the Chicago Cubs or with the Correa group and the Cubs front office had, they didn't actually make an offer. So I'm sure during the course of that, they must have heard something. They must have been able to do back channels or find out something and say, all right, well, you know what? No. So kudos.
Yep.
But I'm going to make this super awkward transition. And to be really fucking quick, because we really don't have much to say about this one. The Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yes.
Exactly.
That's like the nicest one you've had so far, Zach.
That's, Zach, honestly, this is it.
Their plan is this. Like, they're bad, but for a reason. The other teams struggle, and it's not good. But this one is like, you have Jack Johnson as one of your top pairing defensemen. I've watched him firsthand. He's barely an NHL defenseman at this point, man. So this is the plan. They are the Chicago Bedards, as far as
I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna read word for word, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Exactly what I wrote about the Chicago Blackhawks, and this is I apologize to any hockey people out there because I'm not a big hockey person. I was a bandwagoner during the course of the the early 2010s, like 2009. All that stuff.
Jack, with all due respect, fuck off. Respectfully,
fuck you. But like I said, though, I was actually a fan of the Blackhawks back in the day. I actually played roller hockey and stuff. For those of you that didn't know that, which is pretty fucking crazy. Pretty good at it too. I also have a scar on the back of my head from playing in a hockey league for one night. That's a great story. Honestly, that's a great story. We can get to it. If you want to talk, about it during fireside, if we go fireside, I'll bring it. I'll just remind me. All right, word for word, my Chicago Blackhawks recap. What happened in 2022? My exact quote: "Oh, how the mighty have fallen." Not a whole lot to be excited about here. In 2023, the Chicago Blackhawks will and should continue to tank for Bedard. Easy as that. That's all I said.
Yep. Connor Bedard, and he's basically, I don't know if he's carrying because Canada is usually a pretty good squad, but it seems like he's absolutely carrying that Canada U18 juniors team.
Amazing.
Right now in the World
Juniors. Juniors team is not very good without him.
Okay. I wasn't entirely sure. I just
good. Like, he's fine, struggled defensively, but been good offensively, but it's mostly just been Bedard being freaking Connor Bedard and doing Bedard things as
doing Bedard things.
He's insane, man. I don't know how to put into words some of the stuff he does. He's just messing with people, man, all the time. You just see him skate up to you, and you're like, he's just fucking with me right now. It's just crazy. It is.
I love it. Honestly, all right. So you know what though? If the Chicago you're gonna hear it here first. If the Chicago Blackhawks get Bedard, I will get a Bedard jersey.
Oh,
that will be my first ever. No, that's not true. My second ever, because I had one as a kid. I did have. I had a Chelios jersey.
Nice.
It'll be my second ever Blackhawks jersey.
All right, I'll join that pact. I'll get one. It won't be my first Blackhawks jersey, but
Jack, you're wrong. Stop.
Oh, yeah.
Jack, you're wrong. I'm wondering. I'm what?
This is not like I'm trying to think of some of the.
Stop.
You're wrong.
This is not like
Stop it.
Last year's draft where there may be a few guys that could have gone one, or like the year I think like Kirby Dach.
You're out.
The Kirby Dach was drafted. This is basically the Connor McDavid draft from a few years ago, where there is the unquestioned guy who is going number one, no if and buts about it. If the Edmonton Oilers had drafted Jack Eichel, the entire hockey world would have gone asunder. So, yeah, no. I don't know when it was going to stop, but okay.
I love that one. Pow! Pow! Finally, the team with the most hope in Chicago, the beloved Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
But before we get to them and how unbearable they may be this year, a word from our amazing sponsors over at Building Block Insurance. If I can find the said video. There we go.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. you meet with a real person like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Erie Insurance, aka Building Block Insurance Group, you will talk to Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544. If you want to email him, if you don't feel like calling, because sometimes people don't want to call, email Jeff at mybig.com and say Third Down Thursday sent you, because he will set you up with anything that you need. That being said, Jeff is a huge Packers fan, and tell him to fuck off about that.
Insure my car, but your sports teams suck.
Exactly. That said, though, the Chicago Bears, super unbearable to watch this year. Cannot agree more. However, what happened in 2022, Jackson?
A boom, explosion, blow up.
Big
goodbye,
boom.
Ryan Pace. Goodbye. We need to figure out the whys. Goodbye, Dowell Loggins.
Like Denny's fucking like play sheet. Goodbye to like play sheets being around as your wallpaper.
Goodbye to the stupid visor hat that doesn't cover your bald ass head.
Hey,
that's not an insult to bald people. It's an insult to Matt Nagy's bald head.
Oh, fair. Thank you. That makes me feel so much better. But all right, so Ryan Pace out. Matt Nagy fired. I think it was January. I have it in front of me. January 10th of 2022, he was fired. I think that same day, Ryan Pace was fired. Fast forward like a week, not even like a day later, or like 5 days later, the Chicago Bears end up putting together a committee of 5 people in the air. We found these amazing people that are going to pick out your next manager and coach. And there was people saying that they were looking like they were pulling in. They were looking for coaches first and then GMs, which is a really fucking back ass word way to do things. You like that?
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
All right. And then thankfully the I guess common sense took over, and they hired a GM first and Ryan Poles. And the one thing I don't like, and I'll still say it to this day, is the fact that said committee had a pool of coaches that they wanted to go after. And they're like, okay, here are our coaches that we want. All right, now let's get our GM and tell the GM, here's our pool. There you go. That's all you get. This is all you could choose from. If that's how it went, I don't know if that's how it went, but seemingly so. I don't like that. However, Ryan Poles ended up finding 2 days later his coach. I think it was on January 27th of this year. He found coach Matt Eberflus. So far, I like the trajectory of the Chicago Bears in 2022. Yep. Yes, they're only have 3 wins. I get it. And yes, like I was a crazy optimist that said that they would have. I bet the over 5.5 wins. Oof. Yeah, it's fine. Honestly, I'm cool with it. But if you reversed their 1 score games, they would actually have a winning record.
Yep. Holding
on to that. They'd be a 9-win team right now. So they did very well with their 2022 resolution, as I wrote in my article at thirddown.thursdays.com. They did very well with their resolution in trimming the fat. So they decided to go on a diet. They did a great job. They lost their weight. So my resolution for the Chicago Bears in 2023 is to get fucking jacked. They're going to the gym and they're going to fucking bulk, because these motherfuckers, they lost their weight. They started working out. They were the people that had their garage gym. They had a few weights here and there. Like they had that like tone. They had a tone, but like they weren't like big. So in 2023, all of a sudden they're like, you know what? I'm going to join a gym and see what happens. Holy shit. We have weights that are like more than 45 pounds. Oh, wow. We have this, that, and the other. All right, let's fucking go. and they're going to get fucking jacked. They're going to surround Justin Fields with talent, and then suddenly we will see the Chicago Bears get buff, get jacked, and fucking do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, and they already appear to be heading in the right direction because finally Ted Phillips is retiring.
That too, thank you.
So, and they are poised to potentially get Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren as their next president and CEO, which is a W for two reasons. One, he was the COO of the Minnesota Vikings when they got US Bank Stadium, which is an absolute marvel of a stadium, regardless of how many birds hit it. But anyway, skull. No. The other reason that
fucking horn, by the way. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. The other reason that's big is because he is the man that pried away two of the most instantly recognizable teams from the Pac-12 in USC and UCLA into the Big Ten and pulled off some massive TV deals. It's insane. He is the guy. You don't want an accountant in the ticket office running your team for nearly 40 years. You want someone who ran a football conference, was part of the NFL,
badass.
A certified badass running your team. And in terms of player acquisition, my dream offseason, get the best available offensive lineman, get Daron Payne, and draft Will Anderson. If not, trade back, get Skronsky and Jackson Smith and Jimba.
We already heard my thoughts on that. I would love for the Chicago Bears, like, you draft. Oh, hope this kid's okay. There's a kid that's hurt in the Florida State Oklahoma game. I don't see who it is. They got a card out and everything. So prayers to this young man. Hopefully he's okay. Sorry for the distraction. Oh, he's okay. He's up. He's sitting up at least. So it might be CL. Anyway, I say Will Anderson. Exactly, Jack. Thank you. Will Anderson, no matter what, I don't give a shit. The only way I don't draft Will Anderson if I'm the Chicago Bears is if I get the number 1 draft pick. If by some reason I get the number 1 draft pick, I trade down. I trade out of that number 1 spot. And then guess what I do with that 2nd, 3rd, 4th pick? If he's there, draft Will Anderson. Yep. and then you get more from it. You get that the 2nd pick, 3rd pick, whatever, and you fleece whoever is dumb enough to fucking make that move to the number 1 spot if you get it. I 100% agree. I cannot wait for it. I can't wait to see what this upcoming year brings, because I really think that this will. So I predicted it before. I predicted the Chicago Bears would move to Arlington Heights. I said that before I even knew anything, before anybody talked to me about anything. I'm going to say this year, this 2023 year, the Bears will not finish number 1 in the division. This is super early, obviously. However, I do think that they're going to be super competitive, and I do think that this draft class is going to define Ryan Poles, and it's going to define what Justin Fields is as a player. This draft class and this free agent period coming up, because now I think you go get in. Like, I heard people talking shit about this. I'm sorry, Jack. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zach. Excuse me. That you wanted to wrap with, but I wanted to actually talk about this real quick too. One of the things that kind of pissed me off that I heard is people, fans talking about and tweeting about how they don't want to go after a 30-year-old wide receiver and this, that, and the other. Fuck you. I would go after a 30-year-old wide receiver in Levante Adams. If you can go get him, if he's that upset about it, go get him. Is it far-fetched? 100%. But you could also go after,
29-year-old Mike Evans.
Or I'll take Mike Evans too. Go after guys that are just Hopkins down in Arizona. Go after him. He's 30 years old. I don't care. Go after him. Even though he's not as fast as he used to be, guess what? His catching radius is absolutely absurd. Go after him. Hold on, Zach. Let me finish my point. Go after these guys. Go get that person, have some fun with it, get your veteran wide receiver, have Chase Claypool. Yeah, you may have fucked up on this, but he's still young. Let him play. All right. So you let that happen. Get your edge rusher. in the draft early. Then after that, get your another rookie offensive lineman. And this is a very deep wide receiver draft. Get your wide receiver in this draft too, and then go from there. I think this is gonna be fun. That's what I would do. And whatever. This might be the reason why I'm not a GM, but I like my idea. According to Madden, I'm really good.
Let me build off your point real quick. I know I said wrap up, but whatever. Would you trade the number 2 pick for Davante Adams?
It depends on the package. The package I would be okay with. I think right now they have the 9th pick. It would be 2 for 9.
Yep.
The Raiders' 2nd round pick this year.
Yep.
And it would have to be Davante Adams and then maybe like their 2nd round pick next year, because they're giving up. They're going to have to eat $40 million in dead money, and they're giving up a very valuable player.
Sounds like Jackson's already researched this.
Hey, I spent my formative years playing the crap out of sports games GM mode. So this is what I live for.
I love it. I agree with Jackson. If you're able to, and the Raiders are kind of prone to making very
trading away star wide receivers to teams that need
Raiders
them.
Doing Raider things because that's what the Raiders do.
And
Derek Carr was the most Raider thing they could have possibly done.
Exactly.
I couldn't imagine a more Raider thing to possibly happen.
It's ridiculous. And then if you saw there's another conversation. Wait, what happened?
Jack, everyone can predict the Raiders are bad. They're the Raiders. This is what they do.
Can't stand the Raiders. Raiders are garbage. And to all you fans, including the one woman who was a jackass to that freaking Patriots fan. And Jack, I'm on your side about this. You guys are absolute trash fans. Can't stand it. You Raiders. I'm so glad that you have your multi-billion-dollar stadium, but you guys still fucking suck and you can't run a franchise.
That your owner can't afford.
Anyways, all right, guys. So that being said, it is time for the amazing, relaxing Woosah Fireside Chat. Gentlemen, this is the new year. This is the last Third Down Thursdays of 2022, and you guys are a part of it. Not MJ, not Rob Schaefer, not Chris Black. Not any of the guys that we've had, not David Haw. We've had a great year. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. And honestly, before I decide to say some stupid random shit like I always do, I have to give a big time shout out to you guys, the Third Down Thursdays family, because it's a totally appropriate thing to say thank you guys for the hard work that you guys do. And while we're not at the point where we want to see it, there are subtle steps and progressions that are getting us there. So thank you. We were able to get to the NFL draft. We were able to get to the NFL Combine this year. Hopefully more doors open. So let's fucking go and let's have some fun.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
It's been awesome this past summer, and heading into the school year has been awesome working with you guys. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. No worries.
Even in the sometimes I can show up because I'm a busy human. I'm happy to be around and mess around and make dumb banners like the Chicago Badai.
I love it. So, guys, those of you that are watching, much appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's see. We got a little bit. Let's see if we can get somebody. I don't even know if we'll get anybody, but this is the time frame where you guys can ask us anything. If you want to come at me, even if you're part of the TDT family, Jack, Mike, if you want to ask something, you're more than welcome to. Whatever you guys want to say. I'm not going to make it. Ooh.
No.
No. It depends on how much you can get, how much money you're going to get Montgomery for, actually. I'll say that.
Or, honestly, get somebody else. I love Monty, but if you get, Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs.
Dude. Yes.
Jack,
I didn't realize we're giving out NHL contracts, Jack. What is this?
He doesn't pay running back.
Well, I don't blame him. Neither do I. I'm just
Well, you know what happens when you don't pay running backs? They fumble against the Bengals.
Well, when you do pay running backs, they average a fumble a game for for going back to last season into the first 5. His name's Melvin Gordon.
Oh wow, what are we doing?
You paid him $8 million to do that.
This is peaceful. This is peaceful. What the fuck? That's it.
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
Hold on. Oh wait. Hold on. We got to put it. Oh, whatever. I'm not putting it. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna put it. Mike.
Draft out the cause.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, that being said, y'all, a very, very, very happy. Oh, wait. Awesome group call. Oh, hey.
Oh, wait. I didn't read the last part of it. What the hell?
It's okay. It's all good. I'm okay with it. But thank you. Honest to God, man, like we got good people, so it's much appreciated. So that being said, y'all, Third Down Thursdays, great show, great time, great people. Thank you guys so much. MJ, can't wait to have you back for the calendar year. That being said, that is Zach. Zach, what do you got?
Not much. Let's hope for a happy and positive 2023, baby. And for that, I will see you all next year.
Yes, sir. Jackson, what do you got, brother?
I am excited to officially finish college in 2023, May 2023, and start my new real world life.
Congratulations!
I'm excited for that.
Congratulations on that, by the way. Congratulations on that. And with that being said, 2023 brings to me. Hold on, what's I? Sorry. That being said, 2023 brings to me my baby girl, Liana, and I cannot wait to brag. I'm going to. And I cannot wait to be humbled and appreciative by not only you guys and our TDT family, but also I'm sure people that watch, people that comment, people that text me on the side saying like, I read that article by them, read that article by so-and-so. It's awesome. So thank you guys so much. God bless. Enjoy your new year and be safe. MJ, can't wait to have you back on. And let's go. That being said, a word. Awesome. That being said, Jackson.
Yes.
You're the man.
You too, dude.
Also, by the way, gotta post it before we end it. Yeah.